food delivery here for supper shift. We're going to be moving for that and rolling with that. All right. They're not backing up, so here. We're going to get out of this parking lot. I just picked up a double order here from Total Wine, the same place that we actually started last night. This one is not quite as much. Last night we started with a $48 delivery. This is actually a $27 double, but still not bad because, one, we're starting earlier tonight. Last night we started well after 6. Tonight we're starting right at 5. So that's part of it. And beyond that, it's also going to bring us almost to the exact same drop-off location as yesterday, within a couple of blocks. So we know that right from there we were able to stack that and turn that into other good deliveries almost right away. So hope everybody is doing awesome here tonight. We are going to be talking all about overcoming fear. Overcoming fear with getting a new side hustle started, overcoming fear with whatever you're facing in life. So it's going to be kind of the overarching theme of the night. How do we overcome fear? How do we overcome just kind of getting stuck, getting paralyzed because you're worried about messing up, making mistakes or different things like that, and especially in the context of starting a new side hustle. So we do have our brand new PDF guide available for you, 10 ways to make an extra $200 a week. So we're just going to kind of be covering some of the things regarding that. And because maybe you want to get started, but you don't really know where to begin. And so I just wanted to kind of share a little bit on a whole bunch of different things in my life where I've been either afraid or scared to get started on things or not sure how it was going to play out. All sorts of things like that. And I can just tell you that consistently over the years, I've had these feelings of fear, of nervousness, of whatever, what if it doesn't work? And let me just answer that the simplest way that I can possibly answer that question, this what if it doesn't work. And by the way, welcome to A Side of Hustle. The goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life. And so I want to just invite you to hang out with us, and we're going to be doing some live food delivery, but we'll also just be talking life. So one of the simplest ways that I have overcome this whole idea of what if it doesn't work or what if I fail is very, very simple, which is, well, not doing anything, you're guaranteed for it not to work. Not doing anything, you're guaranteed for it to fail. Nadine, good evening to you. So we have our brand new guide, 10 plus ways to make an extra $200 a week. That is the pinned comment. It's also the first comment, the first link in the description if you're watching this on replay. But I appreciate you so much, and go give that a click and see if you can get your income journey. Our goal really right now over the next couple of months, help everybody get their income up higher. And so maybe you're stuck, maybe you're needing a new side hustle, but you don't really know where to begin. I put together a guide. You can get all the information on the guide by watching the videos on my channel. However, that's going to take you a whole lot longer than just buying this guide. So I'm trying to save you guys some time, and then it does link directly to a couple of the videos that we've made. But yeah, if you're afraid to get started with a new side hustle or something like that, and you would just say, well, I'm afraid it's not going to work, or I'm afraid I'm going to fail. Well, guess what? Angel, good evening to you. Guess what? If you don't start, you're going to fail as well. So how many people have just been waiting and sitting on trying to do something or trying to start something for a long time? So for example, one of the things I wanted to do was to start a YouTube channel a couple of years before I had started this one. Good evening, Lisa. How's it going? Thank you. Thank you from the United States, Angel. And I try not to dwell on it too much, but I often think, like, what if I actually had started this YouTube channel like 2 years before I actually did start it? Like, what if I had 2 years of momentum already, and now, like, this channel's 1 year old, but what if this channel was 3 years old? How much further, how much more would I have grown if I had simply just said, like, look, well, so what? If you fail, you fail, right? Like, this whole idea that you're gonna fail and that's failing, Like, failing isn't failing, right? Failing is just a step in the process of learning. Failing is learning. The only time failing is if you just fail to even move on it. Presley, good afternoon to you as well. So, well, that's interesting. That would definitely be me. I'm Jordan Peterson, which is funny because we do like Jordan Peterson, talk about him a lot on this channel. So, well, good afternoon to you, Jordan Peterson. So yeah, the only reason that failing is if you just simply fail to actually try it. And I can think of so many different things. In fact, so many of the different side hustles that are in the guide, that's available. That's the pinned comment. That'll get you the link to it. It's just $5 to start on your journey to making an extra $200 a week. It's very reasonable. I mean, it maybe sounds like a lot, but it's really only $30 a day. And I think there's a lot of ways that you can start integrating that within your life. But so many of the side hustles in there, at one point in time or another, I was nervous about getting started with those side hustles. Like, I wasn't sure how to do it. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. You know, I was worried, what if it didn't work? What if I try it and I get suspended or whatever? Like, all of those what ifs, you know, if that's what's holding you back, then you 100% need to make that switch and just say, okay, look, yeah, but if you don't, what if you don't, and that's your path to financial freedom? What if you don't, and that's the path to taking you to the life that you want to be? And so I just really want to encourage you, if you're kind of feeling stuck and you're afraid to get started, you're afraid that you're going to mess up, you're afraid it's not going to work for you, well, guess what? If you don't do it, it's definitely not going to work for you. If you don't do it, you're definitely not going to have any success. So that's really kind of the challenge. What we're going to talk about here tonight. Just kind of overcoming this fear of getting started, this fear of failure, all sorts of things like that. So appreciate you all being with me. We are on a current delivery. We have two different drop-offs from a liquor store that we are doing. This is a $27 double. It's a little bit less. I generally like to have at least $15 per alcohol delivery, but I figured this was probably better than anything I was going to see. And the drop-off location brings me right downtown, near the Crust and near Namba Ramen and all of my favorite supper places that I like to start the night at anyway. So all that works together. So that's what we're doing. If you want to learn a little bit about DoorDash and UberEats and Instacart and how to get going on that and what your expectations should be, again, that's going to be in that guide down below. This is the only time this will ever be for $5, because once I get a little bit of feedback, and so for those of you, when you purchase it, give me some feedback on what you like, what needs to be added. We're just going to keep adding it and expanding it, but of course that's going to take more time, and it's going to take time to keep it updated. So the price is only going to go up, so you can totally get in at the entry level price right now. And so just a simple way to really start increasing your income. That's the reason I put it together, is like, don't get stuck. Like, don't wait for this potential government refund check that they're talking about. Maybe it'll come, right? But maybe not. Don't base your life on hope of a sudden windfall coming to you. You know, base your life on saying, look, let me take control of my financial situation. If you're not to the point where you're feeling financially secure, then I would definitely encourage you, just give it a go, give it a trial, and see if that is something that is going to work for you. And so it's based off of about 10 years of various different side hustles that I've done. And so it's like, and like I said, this is the version 1, and once I know what you guys want, we're just going to make it better and better and better as time goes by. So anyway, we're on our way to drop off this first order. So if you got any sort of things that you're afraid, you're stuck regarding getting going on a new side hustle or getting going with a new income stream of some sort, that's what we kind of want to talk about. We can talk about anything else that we want to talk about as well. All right, we are going in at a residents only gate, which I didn't realize it, but works for me because, yeah, I don't know where the other gate is. Don't know where the other gate is. We're just gotta drop off this person's alcohol. So we're gonna go do that right now. Thank you all for hanging out with us. I'm super excited to be with you tonight. Stream is gonna be 3-hour stream tonight with a little inspiration. So I'm just trying something a little bit different, just to kind of see, and trying to figure out my groove and everything else like that. You're having a rough time, Kaylee, in today, in life in general. Yeah, right now I'm doing food delivery tonight just for kicks. That's what I'm doing tonight. I did do a nice Facebook Marketplace meetup today for $100. Sold 25 large boxes for $100, so that was really nice. I did some catering deliveries did one on Zifty and one on Deliver That earlier today. So we've got a variety of things. I'm gonna probably try to work on my eBay tonight when I get home. So we got a whole bunch of things. They're all kind of outlined in that guide as well. Let me see, which one do we need? 202. We're gonna just get turned around. So yeah, but right now I'm currently on a DoorDash. It's a double alcohol delivery. Just kind of getting us, the second drop off is taking us downtown where we like to be for our main supper rush. So we're gonna go do this really quick. Jimmy, how's it going? Yeah, DoorDash. I love it. All right, I'll be right back with you guys, so you can start posting any questions, or you can check out that link for the 10 ways to start earning an extra $200 a week. I'll be right back with you. All right, we got everything dropped off. Stormy, you got many questions. Hey, start asking away. We're gonna take care of as many questions as we possibly can. I love it, Jimmy. Awesome, thank you so much. I'm wearing my Mets sweatshirt tonight for 2 reasons. One, it was the first day of spring training games. The Mets don't play today. Their first game is Saturday, but it is the first day. Cubs and Dodgers played today, so I'm very excited as a baseball fan. And then the other reason is it's going to be a little chilly tonight in Florida. Not like super cold, just a little chilly. And so I'm like, I got it on. But anyway, I dropped off and the lady said, "Are you a Mets fan?" Which is probably kind of obvious, but always good not to assume. I said, yeah. She's like, "Oh, my mom was a Mets fan." So built a little bit of a connection there. Okay, great question, Stormy. So I'll talk in the context of like DoorDash and UberEats right now. Okay, if there's a different delivery app, there are variations on certain apps, but on DoorDash and UberEats, basically what they will do is based on wherever you are, wherever you're geolocated on your phone, they're going to assign you orders that you are relatively close to. Okay, In other words, that you're one of the best drivers that they see. However, you have the choice, because this is contracted work. So you have the choice on every order whether you want to accept it or decline it. Okay, so before I accepted this order is paying me $27 to drive about 8 miles or 9 miles total. I was planning on driving most of those miles to get here anyway, and so no, I don't want to go that one. I need to go this way. But before this order came through, I rejected about 5 or 6 orders that I did not want to take, because either I didn't like where they were dropping off, I didn't think the pay was worth it, it was too many miles. So it's kind of a hybrid where it's assigned to you, but you can choose to accept and reject. You're never forced to take anything. Now, that being said, there are certain reward programs that tie in with some of these apps that want you to accept a certain percentage, and we talk about that a lot on here. But basically, yeah, you're not forced to take anything. You just can make whatever is the best business decision for you. Okay, so that's thank you. Yeah, don't worry. So I have sold on Amazon, but I've never used the drop shipping model. Someday we'll do it. Someday when we're all rich and famous, we can all just go and flex that. So, yeah, I know we're just going out here and talking. This is all real life, real world experience and everything. Here, it's bedtime for you, Shamo. Awesome. Okay, what happens if the restaurant messes up the order, the customer isn't home? Okay, so those are two separate questions. For both of those questions, let me take if the customer isn't home. In 95 to 99% of cases, if the customer's not home, there'll just be a little timer. Like if you're supposed to meet the customer, when you let the app know that the customer's not available, there'll be a timer. It'll go like 3 to 8 minutes depending on the app. And then when the time is up, you just take a picture and you leave it there. The only major exception, there's probably other ones, but the major exception is for alcohol. You can never leave alcohol unattended. So that's one of the reasons why I like my alcohol deliveries to be a little bit higher, because there's an inherent risk if a customer doesn't show up that you're going to have to spend extra time returning it to the store and different things like that. But in general, a lot of customers just have you take a picture and leave it at the door anyway. I would say I don't know, it'd be interesting from you other food delivery drivers what you think. Just off the top of my head, I would say it's about 60-40, 65-35, about 60% I would say I end up just leaving at their door, especially for restaurant delivery. For grocery delivery, it's maybe closer to 50-50. So there's that. And then if the restaurant messes up the order, so there's two parts. Like one, if you can sense something is off, it's always good to ask. So like if it's, the order has drinks and they're not handing you any drinks, you might want to ask, like, are the drinks in the bag or different things like that. But as long as you do your due diligence, if the customer doesn't receive something, or you notice the bag is leaky because something didn't get packaged well in the bag or whatever, then that you don't get penalized for that. So I just always give like a heads up to the customer ahead of time and like, hey, I did this, I'm going to drop it off. Or if it's really bad, like if the whole thing explodes, you can always call and just have that order canceled or whatever. So from the customer side, I would say there's not necessarily hidden fees, but there are fees. But like customers don't ever get hit with extra fees like after they order. It's like whatever fees there are the fees that there are. And so that's just what it is. So there are fees. The customer doesn't just like pay menu price plus a tip. There's a bunch of different other fees that the customer has to pay. Some of them have subscriptions, so they get like free delivery, but if you might have to pay a delivery fee, you might have just kind of other upcharges and different things. So I use Instacart a little. That's the only one that I really use on a regular basis. I'll order through DoorDash if I get a gift card, or UberEats maybe if I'm on the road, but I just don't travel that much. But yeah, I mean, the fees are there and they are somewhat significant. So. Okay, Next question is also good. So these are all great questions on food delivery. So thank you so much, Stormy. And I'm just kind of going through. I have like the chat is kind of paused for me, so I will to everybody else keep asking questions. I'll get caught up as soon as I can with you. But I appreciate everybody being here, hanging out with us here tonight. We're rocking and rolling. If you want to find 10 plus ways to $100 a week, you can click on the pinned comment. That'll give you $100. It's my first PDF, and just making it super cheap so you can get all your money back quick. And I really just, sorry, we're in sketchy internet zone over here. My apologies. Hopefully we're good for a little bit here. So basically you can be on an earn by time, but I think most people are in agreement that in general, that's not the most valuable way. So in general, you are paid for the whole delivery, and you kind of have to know your mileage. Most apps will tell you your total mileage, including driving to the restaurant. I just posted a video today. I recommend, just in general, you're looking for orders that are $10 plus for 5 miles or less. There's always some exceptions with that, but it depends on which mode you use. But if you go on earn by time, you kind of don't get disclosed how much you're getting paid. That's especially on DoorDash. I know Uber has it as well, but yeah. Okay, do you need to pay the driver separately? Is everything including the app? That one is up to you. But in general, most drivers tend to not take orders that don't have tips built in on the app. So the way I recommend doing it, if you want to kind of do a hybrid approach, that's what I tend to do, is I will pre-tip some in the app for Instacart, like a fair amount for someone that is just doing their job. I will pre-tip. But in addition, if they do a good job, then I will increase the tip afterwards. But for people who just do only cash, only after delivery, the problem is you're going to tend to get worse drivers accepting those orders. It's just going to be the nature of what it is, because most experienced drivers are not going to be taking orders that have no tip up front. And you know, you can like it, you can dislike it, but that's just in general, just from a driver who's talked to just hundreds of drivers over the years. Most experienced drivers are not going to take a no tip order up front, or if they will, it will only be because the app has raised the base pay so much and your order's sat for a while. How long do DoorDash deliveries usually take? Again, it depends on what you take. I try to make sure I'm getting them done in 20 minutes a piece, ideally. But sometimes if you've got a longer trip, it's going to take you longer. You know, like this one in total is going to take me about 35 minutes, but this is 2 deliveries. So I'm still staying under 20 per delivery. My goal for you guys, for new delivery drivers, as well as myself, is $25 an hour. We've actually been able to exceed it recently for supper times. We did like 30 an hour last night. But the best way to minimize the distance you have to drive is just choosing lower distance orders, and that's why you can get more orders done quickly. Also pay attention to where you're dropping it off, because if you have to drive 5 miles just to get back to a good delivery, like to get back to a good restaurant area, then you kind of have to include that in your mileage. So I just put out a brand new video this morning. It's the most recent long form video I put out on the channel. Kind of gives some of the basics on all of that. You can rent, so you do need a driver's license unless you're going to be a bike delivery driver. So you can deliver without a driver's license if you're a bike delivery driver. I've never done that, but I know like, what is it, Dashing DC or Delivering DC or something like that. He films all of his stuff on a bike. So you can, if you don't have a driver's license and you are looking for the side hustle money, get yourself like an electric bike. It is a possible thing. You use your own transportation generally. If you have access to a rental, you could do it. The primary issue is can you make enough money to make it worth it to rent? And so that's always the crux of the issue, because it's like, if you can rent for like $40 a day, maybe you can make it worthwhile. Throw the wear and tear on a rental car instead of your own. I have done it when my car has been in the shop. I have delivered in a rental, so you can do it. But doing it long term, the big question is just, can you make enough? Can you make enough doing deliveries to pay for the rental plus still make as much as you would normally make? That's always the big question. By the way, Stormy, great questions. If anybody else has any other questions, let me know. We are almost to our drop-off location here, so we're going to be there in a couple minutes, but doing that. Yeah, I think I already covered this one. Yeah, required. I think they do some basic background checks and stuff like that, but it's really simple. Just go through exactly what they have on the website, and it's sometimes you're gonna have to sit on a wait list depending on how filled your market is, but generally speaking, for a lot of these, they're trying to get more drivers because they're doing that. So my recommendation for starting, and again, like I said, there's a video out on this, $10 plus per order, 5 miles or less. That's my new standard that I'm encouraging for all new drivers. Just when you're just starting out, aim for that. And then as you get better, you can kind of move up and down. You can maybe start taking, $5 or $6 for 1 mile if you're more comfortable that way, in doing those. But the problem is, if you take $4 for 1 mile, even though that's a really good dollars per mile, the best you're going to do is get 4 of those in an hour, at least in my market. Maybe your market you can fly around in. If you can get 6 of those done in an hour, maybe. But in my market, generally, you're just not going to get that many done in an hour. There's just too many gated communities, pedestrians, bicyclists. There's just too many things. So $10 plus per order, 5 miles or less, and with a good drop-off. That's the new formula I'm going to encourage all brand new delivery drivers. And then as you get comfortable with that, or you realize like, okay, I got to tweak that a little bit, like maybe you can get that at supper time, but you can't get in the middle of the afternoon, then you make the changes that you need to make. So that is that. Let's see. Okay, we have a full, I don't have access to it, but it's under one of the lives. We actually did a 4-part series of everything that you need. Everything that you need to get started. I probably need to repurpose that into a full long form video, just re-record it as a fresh single cut video. But some hot bags, good cell phone, I think headphones are pretty important, just so you're not constantly doing stuff. That's the basics. But if somebody, I don't know if we have a mod on or not right now because I'm behind on chat, but if we do have a mod on and someone wants to find that one where we spent 4 weeks, 4 different shows talking about everything that you need to know. All right, I got to find this drop off here really quick. It's here. Let's figure out if I've got to bring this up. I don't really know what I'm doing. He's right here. All right, I'll be right back with you. Hold on. John?
Yeah.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Good to hear. All right, just got to verify the ID, and then do you have it with you?
No, but I've got it over here.
Okay. Am I blocking you? Or...
Nope.
Okay. All right, we're getting caught up. That's all dropped off. He had tipped in the app, and then he did an extra $5 cash tip. So that's a $32 delivery that we did. To start the night, it took us 31 minutes, basically. 31 minutes, call it 34. We'll just say we started at 5 o'clock. How about that? So, all right, hold on. I know there's sorry. If I'm missing your comments, Stormy has asked so many great questions, so let me just do that. Hey, Richard, how are you doing? Okay, all the apps that I do, so all my gig delivery apps are, right now, they're DoorDash, UberEats, Instacart, Grubhub, Shipped. I don't do Shipped a ton, but I do Shipped. Zifty and Deliver That, which are both catering deliveries. And then I just did a iViewIt, which is like a picture-taking gig app. So we've got content for almost all those things on the channel, and so we're trying to build out a nice library for all of you for whatever. You can try to figure out what works best in your market, what works best for you. So right now, I primarily just use my catering delivery bags as my hot bag, and then I have a nice pizza bag. So that's, I can show you, didn't need to use it for that, but I have a catering delivery bag that generally just rides right in the front seat with me. I used to use the smaller bags, but I just found it's easier to just run into the store, grab the food, and then throw it in my catering bag and just have it right in the front seat, because you know, the vast majority of handoffs you're doing like either right at the car door or right up front, and it's just nice to have it right there. And if you have to keep an eye on something or keep a hand on something that's a little precarious, you can do that. Yeah, no, Richard, I took just a little bit of a reorganization break, not even like super long, but we're back and going. I'm going to be trying to stream supper shifts as much as possible. I'm not going out every single supper, but most every supper that I'm going out, that's what I'm going to try to do, because I don't do too many groceries. My favorite app, probably ideally it would be Instacart. I would say Instacart would be my favorite app in terms of actually doing it, because I feel like I'm genuinely helping people with Instacart. And I just feel like we've got lots of older people who genuinely need help with their groceries and stuff. And that there's a little bit more of a relationship there. And that you can build up and kind of have like repeat customers and stuff. So, but there's flaws. Every app has their flaws, but when it's working really well, DoorDash is fun too. There's just lots of times that DoorDash is not really working too well, and every app's has its pros and cons, and so maybe we'll do a March Madness bracket for the different gig delivery apps. The biggest complaint, I think I saw you said, what's the biggest complaint? I can't speak from the customer perspective, but I can speak from, as my biggest complaint about other drivers is it's a multifaceted complaint, but they're lazy, they don't care about other people, they're focused only on the money, they're focused on speed, not doing the job well. There's kind of like multiple parts to that, but you know, they treat restaurant workers poorly, they throw food, they just don't use common sense about putting food in front of doorways or different things like that. So there's a lot of things like that just kind of like being service minded, which is one of the things we talk a lot about on this channel, is focusing on being service minded. So and by the way, perfect time, I'll just welcome you all to Aside to Hustle. The goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life, not just financially, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And we try to help you achieve freedom through a 4-step process of serving other people, learning and internalizing new skills and ideas, and then growing, starting to actually make changes in your life, and then as you've done that, then adapting and continuing to persevere and get better at it. So service minded, I guess, would be the overall thing. Primarily how much money, how far, where the drop-off location is, are there other good pickup points near the drop-off location, but then also other little things like how easy is it to get in and out of a community, how fast or slow the restaurant is in preparing food. Those would be a couple other things. So right now, I just have a daily goal of $200 a day. Some days I go over it, some days I go under it, but I have a daily goal through all of my various side hustle income of making $200 a day, and I am in process of figuring out how to get that to $300 a day. So that is the current daily goal for everything: food delivery, eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace. So I'm already over my daily goal for today. But for this particular stream tonight, like an hourly goal is $25 an hour. So we're going to do a 3-hour stream. So I'd like to see $75. So we'll see if we get it or not. We're at 32, less than an hour in. So obviously, we only need 3 or 4 more good orders, and then we can have that doing that. I do not recommend food delivery as your full-time. It is a great part-time. It is a great temporary job, like if you're in between jobs. Having done this full-time for 2 years now, I do not recommend it. It's very hard to get ahead doing food delivery because it will take a toll on your car and everything else like that. So, however, if you're going to do it, I want to help you maximize it, whether it's full-time or part-time. Still want to help you maximize it. If you're looking to do it full-time, I would definitely be looking to supplement it with like catering delivery. For me, like I supplement not just catering, but also like eBay, right? So like last night while I was out delivering, I sold something on eBay at the same time. And so it's nice to have that. And if you are looking to do it full-time, you need to get ungated on as many apps as you possibly can to give you the maximum flexibility to take the best orders. So like right now, I'm running DoorDash, UberEats, Instacart, Grubhub. So I'm running those 4 actively right now. I already have a catering delivery that is scheduled for tomorrow morning at like 8:30. So if you're gonna look to do this full time, you've got to figure out ways to. You have to stay busy during the slow times with that. So you pay for gas. Slim Jim, how's it going? You pay for gas out of pocket. I've never had a situation that, maybe there's somebody who's experienced. I've never had a situation where you lose money. About the only thing that can happen is on certain apps like Uber Eats and Instacart, customers can take their tip back after delivery. But I don't know how to get it back on Instacart, but I have a whole video on the channel of how to get your money back. It's called tip baiting. So if the customer takes back their tip after you've delivered, there's a way you can get back the money on Uber Eats. I already have a video up on the channel that covers that. I'm gonna park here since we don't have an order, so I'll try to fly through the rest of this here. Should you buy DoorDash stock? I would not recommend it. Not a financial advisor. If you can't complete the delivery and it's something out of your control, just call them. As long as it's not something you're doing regularly, they're not going to care that much about it. Zoko, can people really change? Well, of course they can. If we couldn't, then we'd all be stuck as babies, right? But can people change? Zoko, so what I would say is, if you broke up with them for reasons that have to do with their behavior, just be their friend for a while and watch and observe and see if their behavior has actually changed. It's easy to say that you've changed. It's a lot harder to change. Can people change? Absolutely. Will people change easily? Not so much. Safety concerns, man. Stormy, you are, that was a whole bunch of good questions. Plain Sharks, how's it going? All right, I'm going to try to run through the rest of these really quick here, Stormy, but I appreciate you so much. Safety concern, I don't know, for me, the biggest safety concern is other drivers on the road. Occasionally bikers, occasionally pedestrians, but other drivers on the road. You do expose yourself to a whole lot of traffic. Will you be deactivated if you're in fear of your life? Not that I know of. Customer report you didn't deliver. I don't think you have to pay for the food. I think one time they do it. If you're really concerned about that, all right, we got this 750 plus So that means this order is going to be at least $7.50 from Chipotle across the street. I don't love Chipotle, but it's $7.50 plus, which means it could be anything from like $7.55 to $20. So, you know, or anywhere in between. So we're not going to turn down a plus order. They're kind of like lottery tickets, these plus orders. Most of them don't pay out that much, but every once in a while you get a big one. And the drop-off is really close by. So in this particular case, I will violate my $10 plus for $2 because there's actually a chance this could be $10 plus. You don't know when you get a plus order on DoorDash, you don't know what the total amount is going to be. So I'm going to take the risk here because it is a quick little delivery. Yeah, I mean, so it depends on the app. Some apps check your driving record more. Self-driving car, I don't know on that. And what do I recommend? Something that's got great gas mileage. I use a 2004 Pontiac Vibe, so I've survived in that. I have not dealt with a dog bite, but we have had people on the channel who have done that. So yeah, you just got to be aware. I mean, I'll tell you, there's been times I've been nervous about dogs, but well, that was absolutely awesome, Stormy. Thank you. I think I need to just take that whole segment and just turn that into a video of answering all of your questions in hopefully rapid fire. So I appreciate it. Hope that gives you a good overview. And with that, if you got some value from that and you want to really get going on your journey of side hustles, maybe give a little click to the pinned comment. That is our new PDF, 10 plus ways to make an extra $200 a week. It'll cost you $5. I think it will more than pay for itself. And we will always be here to support you with answers to any of the questions that come up regarding any of the things in the guide as well. So we give all that stuff. The support is free. It's just taking what we've covered in a whole bunch of different videos and boiling it down to a simple PDF. And so, yeah, I would just encourage you, if you're on the fence about getting involved with starting a side hustle or wanting to do that, take a download, spend $5, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have no problem getting your money back many times over once you find the right side hustle that works for you. So tonight's stream is going to be 3 hours. We're trying something a little different tonight. 3 hours, but we have a goal tonight. We have a goal. We're just trying something different. And so if you don't like it, feel free to tell me. I won't be offended, but I just wanted to try something different. We're going to have a goal of five super chats and of $5 plus. If we do that, then I'm going to throw on an extra hour of stream time. So that's kind of I don't know, we're just going to try it. And if you guys think it's dumb or stupid, then I won't do it again. I'm just trying out different things, and YouTube's been saying you should try this. So I'm like, okay, well, let me actually try it. We'll try it. Plane Sharks, yeah, I'm doing well. So I've hit my my goal for the day of $200. I did 100 in deliveries plus 100 in a Facebook Marketplace sale, so that's my goal for the day. But we're still gonna come out here tonight and see if we can do like $75 in 3 hours. So we just did a double alcohol delivery, and that was like $27, and then we got an extra $5 cash tip, so that puts us at 32. And now we got this 750 plus, which I don't know if we're going to get it done exactly by 6 o'clock, but it'll be close. So it'll be close to $40 in the first hour. If not, it'll be like $40 in the first hour 10. So hope everybody is doing well. Appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. We're trying to get to Chipotle here, but we're stuck at a light. We're probably going to get a late delivery on this one too. We're supposed to pick up by 5:49, but this light cycle is like 3 minutes, and I got to the light at 5:47. Oh, somebody just got busted. Somebody just got busted. Red light runners, though. They don't get the red light runners. Crazy stuff. So we're going to try to get to Chipotle. It's only one item. It's just a burrito bowl. have him maybe take a cool bath or shower. My son is feeling a little sick. He started feeling off yesterday. Yes, you can let him have a little. Haha. He knows how to milk it too. He's got a little bit of a fever, so he's asking for ice cream. So, anyway, but he's got a baseball game tomorrow that I know he really wants to play in. So, got to try to help him get to bed early. Can you ask his teacher if he can just finish his homework over the weekend so he can go to bed early tonight? So we're on our way. We're trying to get to this Chipotle, but we're going to be late because of stoplights and traffic lights and stuff. So yeah, I'll be at the game, so I won't be delivering tomorrow night. I don't know, I might get an hour in or something, but probably not going to be delivering tomorrow night. Or I'll do late night. I haven't decided on that. Yeah, no, I'm one of the coaches, so I'll be there. I will be there. Whether he goes or not, I'll be there either way. So yeah. Bad weather, bad traffic. So bad traffic, you just got to learn to be patient. You know, some of it you can learn to avoid. Oh, they're doing an add-on. They want me to add on $14 for an extra 9 miles, but it's a really bad drop-off, so we're going to say no on that. Learn to be patient, and then you just got to learn, like, your back roads. You got to learn it just comes with time. Like, there's just certain areas I know, like, I just can't deliver over in certain parts of town certain times a day because traffic is too bad. So that's that. Bad weather, I don't know, I just push through. Like, we got hot days, we get rainy days. It's like I just don't care. Like, I just go into like mailman mode, right, where it's just like, doesn't matter, I'm gonna just go out and I'm gonna go out and deliver. Like, if I commit to delivering, I'm just gonna go out and deliver. So I don't know, the weather, I mean, I've delivered in hurricanes. Obviously, if you ever feel unsafe, then don't deliver. Don't go out if it's unsafe. As usual, there's no parking spots over here. So we're just going to park by the road here really quick. Just go. Go. You're blocking the road. Go. I don't need a parking spot. I'm a delivery driver, so I've started to care less and less about that. Yes, so you can bring people with you, Stormy. The simple answer is yes, and you still have to do all the work. All right, we're just gonna park right here. I'll be right back. All right, we got to move because we're like not really legally parked, but sometimes you can't. Okay, give me a second, Stormy. I'll have to get caught up on your questions here in just a second. I got to get out of this parking lot. All right, $27 for 52 miles. We will decline on that. Some people will fight me on this one, Stormy, and if I'm missing some of your questions, my apologies, but I saw this one. What makes a good customer? I'm going to say there's two things, two indications the customer is good. The number one indication is they communicate with you. Like if you send them a message, they respond. And number two is the bigger they tip, the better customer they are. And some people will disagree, you know, and it's not to say you can't be a good customer if you don't tip big, but I'm going to tell you the vast majority of the customer issues that I've had have been from low and no tipping customers. And the vast majority of the increased tips I've gotten, vast majority have been from high, above average tipping customers. People who tip more are more likely to increase their tip than people who don't tip at all. Now, people will always tell you online that, oh, I tip afterwards. The amount of people who tip on the app afterwards is minuscule. Now, there's still a good chunk of people who cash tip, you know, but like I said before, I still recommend from the customer side, at least do some sort of tip up front if you can. But it's pretty much a joke. It's a known joke. Anyone who says, I wait to see how the delivery goes before I tip. Those are people who, it doesn't matter how well the delivery goes, they're going to find a reason not to tip. The people who are the best tippers, the best communicators, 95 to 99% of the time, you're not going to have any issues with people who communicate well and tip well. And tip well doesn't mean it has to be like a $30 or $40 tip. It just means relative to what you're doing. So like this customer lives like right across the street from this Chipotle, but they tip more than $5 for an across the street delivery. This is a good tipper. The odds that I'm going to have any issues with this customer are slim to none. Slim to none that there will be any issues with this customer whatsoever. It's a small order. I forget if it's a burrito or a burrito bowl. It's like, that's it. It's like a single thing, burrito bowl. They tip well. They tip more than $5 for a delivery that's going like less than a mile. That's a general indication of a good tipper. High mileage, no tipping orders, high mileage orders. But honestly, if you forced me to pick one of the two, I'd probably pick a short, no tipping order over like a high mileage order that has like just an okay tipper on it or a low tipper. Let me figure out which house I need. Some good orders coming through on Uber right now. Not great, but pretty good. I'll clarify one thing, that there's actually peak pay going on right now. I did not realize there was peak pay. So, but they still tip $5 for an across the street delivery. So, and it's also not to say, you know, that every order, lots of orders don't need any communication whatsoever. Lots of orders are just, you pick it up, you drop it off, there's no problem. But if there is communication to be had, drivers that customers that communicate with you. Restaurants to avoid, look, if you ask 100 drivers, you're gonna get 100 answers. The simple answer is you got to figure out what is best and worst in your market. I know that sounds like a cop-out answer, but it's really true. Because I'll share like, oh my goodness, I don't like this restaurant. Like, I don't like Chipotle, even though we just did one. I don't like Chipotle in my market. And other people are like, I love Chipotle. I pulled the best orders out of Chipotle. Been delivering for 2 years. I've never pulled a Chipotle catering order on any of the apps. Never even seen one on any of the apps. It's just, that's just in my market, that's what it is. You know, in terms of being scammed, I don't know. I don't think getting scammed is this like big deal. Not saying it's never going to happen, but it depends on the app. But the simplest thing, there's 2 levels. So if you want to avoid being scammed, take a picture at every drop off. And then if you're really, really concerned, and again, my area, I just don't deal with this. So maybe in other areas you would, you can get a app that also like gives a geolocation on the picture. So it'll actually put like essentially the customer's address and a timestamp on it when you dropped it off. But I mean, where are you going to get scammed? Don't give your phone number out to other customers. Always text and call through the app. I would say that would be one other way. Restaurants hate mean delivery people. I've got great relationships with some of my restaurants. One of my restaurants, which maybe we'll go head over that way right now anyway, they actually gave me a $50 gift card before Christmas to bring my whole family to eat there because they liked what I was doing so much. So it's not delivery drivers that they hate. They hate delivery drivers who aren't service minded. You can go through, and anyone who's vets these live streams knows, I'll tell you, I've had times where I get queue. You know, they like me, they'll make my order first, they'll tell the kitchen to make my order first. So yeah, it's just how you treat them. Weirdest place is a crane. Like an actual crane. At a construction site. That's the weirdest place I ever delivered to. I've also delivered to a forklift at a industrial complex as well. Yeah, playing charged on. I'm doing well, Robert. Appreciate you. Hope you are doing well tonight. We're just we're answering a bunch of questions for Stormy about getting started on like food delivery work, but also promoting the brand new PDF that we dropped yesterday, 10 ways to make an extra $200 plus a week. Right now, I just finished dropping off a Chipotle order to a customer, so we're just headed back to get close to some restaurants for another order. Okay, so the infamous one is, I did have one time a dude showed up just buck naked to the door. So that was not fun or comfortable. Yeah, I mean, you see a little bit of flirtatiousness, and then I just kind of flash the ring, and it kind of usually takes care of most of that. So I would assume that that's something that happens to everybody. So it's what it is, I guess. But I try not to like overly project either. Like, there's probably not that many people out there wanting to flirt with a bald-headed, red-bearded dude. So I think a lot of people are just friendly, and sometimes people mistake that as flirtatiousness. Yeah, there's little follow-up. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't figure out ways to interact with people if you want to. So I recently had an Instacart delivery that led to a longer communication, and now I'm doing personal shopping for someone. Um, Plain sharks. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not really sure like what the play is with any of that sort of stuff, because I can't get you your food for free, and so. All right, we're gonna go park over at the Crust Pizza here, which is the pizza place that gave our family that $50 gift card. So, and then I'll get caught up on a few more questions. But Stormy, honestly, this is like the best set of questions I think I've ever had someone ask. So, can I give you one piece of advice though? Is just start, like just do it. Like the first delivery is gonna feel weird no matter what. You're not gonna fully know what you're doing. You're gonna feel weird. You're gonna feel weird asking for a food delivery order the first time. It's gonna almost, I don't know. For me, it felt like, I don't know, not like I was stealing, but it felt like, I don't know, slightly unethical, even though I knew I was just doing a job. And drop-offs are going to be weird, and it's just what it's going to be, and you'll find a rhythm. But the biggest thing I would say is just get started with it. The answer to that question is probably, Stormy, I live down Southwest Florida. I deliver to $10 million plus mansions all the time, but the vast majority of those people do not meet you at the door because privacy reasons. But yeah, I mean, I've probably delivered to a celebrity at some time. I delivered to a guy who had like a crazy like music and guitar room, and I kind of thought, like, I wonder if he was like a musician. Oh yeah, we got people driving the Bentleys and the McLarens and Rolls Royces around town. They just had like a car show on our main strip, and I think they figured like in a 6-block radius there was $35 million in cars there. So let me just double check. Well, I guess if you're Southwest Florida, I got one. This is for Instacart. So for any of you looking to get on Instacart, it's WENT88C. Here, I'll just copy and paste in the chat. Hold on. There are a couple of referral codes in the PDF as well. And let's go here. Let me just get into the chat. Corinth, Mississippi. Corinth, Mississippi, right? So my pastor is from over there. Let me get this typed up here really quick. All right, that's the referral link for Instacart. All right, we're going to take this. $11 for 4 miles from the Crust Pizza. So that's what we're looking for, right? $10 or more, 5 miles or less. So that's the type of orders that I would tell you, because now I'm not going to be too far away from a restaurant. I'll be able to get back quick. On Uber Eats, anything over 10 could have a hidden tip. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's referral codes on anything else here really quick. I don't think there is on too much of this stuff. There's no referral bonus for me for DoorDash, which means they have enough drivers. Oh, refer friends. Hold on. Let's see if I got it here. All right, I'm gonna throw my Uber Eats referral link. So I don't have DoorDash. So there's the first one was the Instacart, and then I will push. This is Uber Eats referral. That one you might have to copy and paste or whatever. All right, I'm gonna go grab this pizza order here. Hopefully, let me see what this is. It's just one item, buffalo chicken pizza. All right, we're gonna throw the BRB up. So if you are a channel member, you can throw in one of the custom BRB emojis. I will also, if I get held up in there at all, I'll also post. I'll post any updates that you need to see as well. Awesome. Hey, Stormy, I appreciate all your questions. So it's good. No, I really think I'm gonna probably I need to just go back and turn all of this into a giant beginner Q&A. So I appreciate it, and hopefully we gave you some stuff that'll help you get going on it. And like I said, for anyone and everyone, if you want to grab that PDF, it's $5. Kind of gives you an overview of like 10 different types of side hustles that you can do, kind of some basic expectations and everything. So you certainly don't have to do that, but I would certainly love it if you would, and give me some feedback on it, how I can make it better. So my name is Craig, by the way. So, all right, so we got this order picked up. It's just a single buffalo chicken pizza. It's $11 for 4 miles. This is gonna put us over 50 on the night. This put us at $56 in, if all goes as planned here, in an hour and a half. $56 in an hour and a half. So no complaints. Am I going this way? Yeah, I know, a back way. So this is, you were asking about traffic before. The road that I'm on an access road right now, but the road it's parallel to gets super backed up. But I've done this enough, so I know a back way where I don't have to even get on the main road to get to where I need to go this time. I can just take the access road and zigzag some back roads, and I'm gonna avoid a bunch of traffic, a stoplight, and I'm gonna save myself a nice chunk of time here. Yes. By the way, hi Audrey. I said hi in the chat, but I will say it out loud now. 2. Oh my goodness, Stormy! Whoa! Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wow. That'll go far for the car. Thank you so much. We're setting aside all of our super chats and all of our YouTube income to get a second family car. I appreciate it so much. Everybody give some loves and some likes. That's such a huge super chat. We appreciate you so much, Stormy. I really hope that gets you going. And always feel free to come back with more questions as you go on the journey here of doing that. So I appreciate you so much. So so I mentioned before too. So I mentioned before, we're trying something a little different tonight, and Stormy's getting us started off. We're just trying to do, we're gonna do like a 3-hour stream, but then if we get $5 super chats, and there's one of them, $5 plus, it'll I'll do an extra hour. I'll do an extra hour of hangout. So I'm just trying something. YouTube was telling me, like, they were like messaging me like, you should try doing this. All right, we'll try it. We'll see what it is. Yep, MVP for sure. Thank you so much, Stormy. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, so the small audience thing is great. So here's the best part about being streaming to a small audience, which is you get to figure out so much about your style, and this is how you develop and how you cultivate who you are and what you're all about for your channel. Stormy, oh my goodness, thank you. Appreciate you so much. Awesome. That'll go far for the car. Oh my goodness, Stormy. Stormy. My goodness, the triple MVP. I don't even know. We need to come up with a new thing. But I gotta do one more car, right? That'll go far for the car. Thank you so much, Stormy. I appreciate you. No, like so much. Stormy. Stormy. You're absolutely destroying. Good evening, Savage Batman. I think I gotta do one more now, right? That'll go far further. Oh my goodness, Stormy. Well, that's it. That unlocks the extra hour, right? That's the Well, there we go. We're going to go all the way through to 9 o'clock tonight. I appreciate you guys. Arr, that'll go far for the car. This is crazy. The chat is going wild in here tonight. Y'all are awesome. Zach Martin retired. All right. It was also first day of baseball today. First day of spring training games. Like they've been practicing, but Cubs were beating the Dodgers. Even though it doesn't matter, it's still good to see the Dodgers lose. Oh my goodness, appreciate you so much, Stormy. Thank you. I hope that we really did help you and answer some questions. We will always be here for support, but if for anybody and everybody who wants to get just get going on either new or other side hustles, we've got our new guide. It's only $5 and it's available at the link. That's the pinned comment. It's also the first link under the description, either one. You can just hop on there and try to do that. But I definitely like this, and so there was a bunch of great questions. So if you're new to food delivery, make sure you go back. Stormy asked a ton of great questions. Goku, you made Wolverine and Deadpool in WWE. Well, that's awesome. They're like already in costume, right? Like they don't even have to do that. Stormy! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Stormy! This is going crazy in the chat tonight. Go far for the car. I need to get here. I believe that is a super chat record on the stream too. Because I think Grassi had done 100. So Stormy, you are the new super chat stream leader all time. So Tom Grassi, who's a big football streamer. I appreciate you so much, Stormy. Stormy, do you have a YouTube channel that you do any like videos or stuff on? Or anything like that we can promo for you? So I appreciate you so much. So, all right, just so everybody knows, we're about 2 miles out. We're delivering this pizza from The Crust. So one of our favorite pizza places. And so we've got to go, just about 2 more miles. It's at UberEats. Well, Stormy, I appreciate it so much. I really do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting a small channel. So, that's what we're all about. We're all about trying to help people and get going. And I know not everybody's in the position to do it, but when someone comes along and supports the channel in this way, it's such a huge deal. It means so much to me. I really do appreciate it. So, thank you so much, Stormy. So, we've just done kind of a mini master, how about we call it a mini master class of DoorDash and UberEats for beginners. So if you guys have missed any parts of the chat, well, hey, that's so awesome for you for being generous. And I don't think there's a gig worker out there who doesn't appreciate something extra coming in. So, well, I appreciate it so much. Yeah. So this is always like anytime, not just gig workers, but anytime you support a small creator, it does. It means so much to them with everything that is going on. So anyway, if you're interested in getting involved with gig work, we just did like a mini master class for gig workers for beginners. And so if you've got questions, we answered a whole bunch of them. So hopefully it will help. And if you're okay with it, Stormy, are you okay if I use your name, if I go back and make a video of all of that? So, yeah, Audrey just started. So, by the way, if you're looking to just start someone who's brand new, Audrey just started doing videos, gig working videos. So, you can post your link, Audrey, if you want. And I don't know if we have anybody else in here right now who's doing gig work videos. But, yeah, Audrey, but that's not just for Stormy, that's for anybody. If you want to follow along someone. What are your apps that you do, Audrey? You do Walmart Spark, right? Gotcha. Yeah. Well, so Savage, just gotta keep putting the work in for sure. Mostly Spark. So anyway, so if you're looking to follow along someone who's doing lots of Spark, maybe Kaylee will be on later as well. She was on earlier, but I know things kind of got crazy in here. So, but Kaylee does a lot of videos too on Walmart Spark as well. There you go. There's Audrey's link for anybody who wants to follow along with someone who's doing Walmart Spark and doing some stuff with that. We're like half a mile out from our drop off here. All right, we just grabbed ourselves a $10 for 4 mile from Grubhub after this one. We'll also, if we get something better, we'll cancel the Grubhub because I don't care that much about it, but at least we have something lined up right away after this one. It's from Zeppy's Tavern, which is like a little local sports bar. I was thinking about accepting it, and then I accidentally bumped the accept button, so I got it. It's not a bad order, though. You know, it's $10 for 4 miles. And so we'll take it if we don't get something better. But as soon as I get this dropped off, we will turn on DoorDash again and see what we can do. We're just like a quarter of a mile out. Just got to figure out what exact apartment this is going to here really quick. So yeah, Savage, what I would do is you just gotta, I mean, what are you stuck on? Are you stuck on the watch hours, or are you stuck on the subscribers, or both? Or which one are you further behind on if you're trying to get monetized? One of the best things I think you can do is make the short, building some searchable long form content on your video. Let's see, we got a message. I know you say that, but I still need to see the number of the apartment. Well, let's go here first. I still don't see the apartment number. All right, hold on one second. I'm going to be right back with everybody. I'm going to drop off this pizza, and then we'll head to our next pickup unless we get a better order. All right, we are back. Let me get chat refreshed here really quick. Sometimes. All right. So we're on our way. We're going to head in the direction of our pickup for Grubhub. Most of the miles is actually just getting there, and the drop-off is pretty quick after that. Thanks to Stormy's super chats here tonight. We're actually going to stay on for an extra hour, so we're going to stay live all the way through to 9 p.m. So appreciate Stormy and appreciate supporters of the small channel, because stuff like that allows me to just have more time to you guys, and definitely the dream that I just want to keep helping and encouraging and teaching as much as I possibly can. So yeah, we got the drop off is like super close, but this is way north. This is way further north than I prefer to go. However, it's going to keep us busy in the time. Yeah, Stormy is new tonight, and she asked, I don't know, anybody want to guess how many questions? Like 30 questions about food delivery for the first time, and like questions about getting started with doing food delivery. And then after we spent probably the first hour, right? We spent about an hour answering those questions, and she did that as thanks at the end. So yeah, we're doing well. We are doing well. We're staying busy for supper. Suppers have been really good. Daytime's been a little rough for the last week and a half, but we keep pulling out good suppers, and we're continuing on a good pace with that. I had a $100 Facebook Marketplace sale today, which was awesome. Sold 25 boxes for $100. Big, giant boxes. I paid a little bit more than that for them, but they're also multiple years old, and I just need to clear them out. So, yeah, no, it's been a good day. I had 2 catering deliveries today. I am a full catering driver on Deliver That. I missed a $138 catering order for tonight earlier from Deliver That because I didn't have the app up when it came through. All right, we're gonna reroute. We're gonna take this. Is it 2? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's 1 pickup location, 2 drop-offs. So we're gonna take this. It's a $24 for 13-mile New York pizza and pasta order, but the second drop-off is by Magic Dumpster. I like this a lot better. I like this a lot better than the previous order that we had taken here for Grubhub, which was 10 for 4. So I don't unassign too often on Grubhub. I always keep it available as a thing. So in this particular case, we're going to do that. We're right by New York Pizza and Pasta. It's going to throw another $24 in our pocket. It'll take care of the next hour. So we're going to go do this. And again, this is one where I'm not getting quite $2 a mile, but the drop-off location is right smack dab where we want to be. So that's kind of a nice little trade-off here, because I don't have to go anywhere after these 13 miles. I mean, it's like taking us right downtown. So we're super good with that. The goal for tonight's stream was 5 super chats of like the $5 range or more, and doing that would unlock a 4th hour of the stream. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stream all the way through to 9 o'clock tonight. And so thank you, Stormy, for having the 2 huge super chats as well as a bunch of small ones to get us there. So we appreciate it. And so, yeah, we'll be live all the way through to 9 o'clock tonight hanging out with you. If you have not yet gotten over to check out the new PDF, 10 plus ways to make an extra $200 a week, that is the pinned comment. And so that is what is down there below. It's $5 to get a whole bunch of knowledge that we have in a bunch of different places on this channel, but all in one simple little PDF document. So I found a new place to park for this new reason. This place is almost always. In this case, we'll see what we're picking up here. But since we're waiting for multiple orders, we're gonna just go right here. We're gonna mark ourselves as arrived. All right, order 1 is 2 pizzas and meatballs. Order 2 is 1 pizza. Yeah, you want the fact that the Dolphins have won a Super Bowl in any form. The virtual or the real world, yeah. 21st, what year, Batman? All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna stop the car because we're gonna be here for a few minutes. Throw the BRB sign up. And I will be back with you guys shortly. Well, sign fell down, so that's a bummer. How's it going, Yogi? But the 2037, maybe. Was that Tua Jr.? that one. The fact that this order was actually done, and they had a bunch, they're backed up tonight. Awesome. Well, we just picked up 2 different orders from New York Pizza and Pasta. It's a $24 for 13-mile order. It's going to take us downtown where we like to be for the second half of the night. It's a little early for us to get there, but that's okay. We're going to take it. First drop off is really close, less than a mile away. So we're going to go drop that first one off. Yeah, we're having an awesome time tonight. We hit our super chat goal, so we're going to add an extra hour to the stream tonight. You need a secretary. I need a personal assistant. For sure. Like, when I can afford that, I'm hiring a house cleaner. What would I charge you per hour as a secretary? Well, I don't know. What duties? So first of all, is this a virtual position? I'm always game for a side hustle. Always game for a side hustle. So is this a virtual position, the duties that you need me to do as your secretary? I'm proficient in most of the basic things. So you're gonna win a second one? Now you're getting greedy. Now you're getting greedy trying to win the Dolphins. Make calls and appointments. Well, that's not my favorite thing to do, so I would charge more for that because I don't like doing it. If it's data entry I would charge less because I'm pretty proficient and I enjoy that. Let's say, and how many hours a week of work? Okay, managing emails. No data entry, managing emails. All right. How many hours a week? And then is it like set hours or is it like on call? 6 to 8. Oh, see, now that's like during my main food delivery time too. So that changes the price a little bit. If it was like, or is it 6 to 8 in the morning? Even 6 to 8 in the morning would be hard to do because I'm usually driving my kids to school in that time frame. Hey, for sure. Go big or go home. Oh, 6 to 8 hours a week. Got it. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying 6 to 8 p.m. Okay, random hours, 6 to 8 total hours a week. All right, we're going to turn off the other apps here for a second. Hey, Black Pill, how's it going? We're not doing some food delivery. We're also just talking about overcoming fears and getting started on side hustles and things like that. So just having some fun. Had some good super chatty time tonight talking about helping get people started in whatever side hustle is going on. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. Love to have you chill with us. Ask any questions about getting started on the side hustle. I would say if I was going to take on something new like that, I'd probably go like, because the randomness, I could give a little discount. Let's say 40. Let's say 40 an hour. I'm probably overpriced for you on that, I would assume. But I think I would feel taking that on at 40 an hour. That would guarantee me a couple $100 a week. Yeah, that's probably too high, but it's just because if it has to be more than what I'd already be using that time for, right? So if I'm using that to, it has to be a step up. Like, I'm not going to step down. Like, if I can make 25 or 30 an hour doing food delivery, I'm not going to provide a service for less than that as a business person. Because why do it? Now, if the hours were like super flexible and I could do stuff at like midnight or 1 a.m., but I can't do phone calls at midnight or 1 a.m. Like, that stuff would break up. Yeah. I mean, that's, like I said, that's what I would charge, but that's just because of where I'm at right now. But gotta find this house here. Hold on one second. Let me figure out where exactly I'm going. I think it's this one here. Oh, they actually turned their light on. I appreciate that. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Yep, Batman is in here, Yogi. Batman is a regular in here. Jay Fishes, good evening to you. Doing some Spark. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate you. We're going to be live through till 9 o'clock tonight. I was only going to do 3 hours, and we put a super chat goal out, and we hit the super chat goal. So that's the inspiration I need. So we're going to do 4 hours tonight. Go 5 to 9. So yeah, we try to have some fun doing this. Like, you know, it's not my goal to be doing food delivery long term, but that doesn't mean I need to be a jerk and mean while I'm doing it. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna hang out with people, try to answer some questions for people. We just dropped our brand new PDF yesterday, 10 ways to make an extra $200 a week. So that is the pinned comment. Yeah, for sure, Savage, because like I know we're gonna need lots of mods over there, and I know you know your sports, so it's you kind of know like what is like acceptable versus stupid, and you kind of know the vibe from this channel too. So yeah, so we're gonna go down. We've got to go 10 more miles now. I think that overestimated. I don't know. Maybe it was 13 miles total, but I don't think it felt like 3 miles from where we accepted it. So we have to go 10 miles. So just bring us to the south end of town. For those of you who are regulars, it's going to bring us near Magic Dumpster. Magic Dumpster is where we go to find good orders, especially late at night. It's in a back alley behind some of our nice high-end restaurants. We hang out back there sometimes. I don't know if we're going to go all the way to Magic Dumpster or not right now, but we've got basically a 10-mile drive. This is in total a $24 order. So we already dropped off 2 pizzas and meatballs. This second order is 1 pizza. So our supper goal was $75. We're actually going to be getting pretty close to that here. I forget exactly where we're at. So we'll do a tally here maybe after this delivery. See where we're at. My DoorDash shift is scheduled from 5 to 9 as well. So we'll go out and see what we can find all the way through to 9 o'clock. Maybe we can shoot for the $100. We did it last night. We did like 120 in 4 hours. So we also had one really nice big order. Tonight has been easier to find good orders though. They haven't been as big, but it's been easier. We have not waited at all. It's been a lot better velocity of orders coming through. Plus, I got started earlier tonight too, which also helps. So we're driving all the way through to the south end of town. But appreciate everybody. If you haven't hit that like and that subscribe button, please go ahead and do that as well. We're slowly inching our way towards 1750 for subscribers on this channel. The goal of A Side of Hustle is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life. So not just talking about financially, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, all these different areas. And so kind of taking you on a journey of rebuilding my life. I'm rebuilding my life. So if you're kind of in that rebuilding your life phase, or you know, midlife crisis phase, whatever you want to do, trying to take all the lessons that I have learned and should have learned to this point in life and put them into play and just kind of rebuild them from the ground up as we're doing it. So I appreciate hanging out with all you guys. Love to hang out, answer questions, be with you, pray with you, just encourage you if you're out just doing deliveries. I know there's lots of times we have people who just listen. They're out doing deliveries and they're not able to type or interact, but they're just listening. It's just nice to know that you are not the only one doing this. And if you're sitting there tonight, you're in debt, you're not the only one in debt. You don't need to quit. You don't need to give up hope. You keep pushing, you keep fighting, and keep finding ways to do it. So if you guys got other questions, feel free to chime in. But I'm learning just as a content creator, I got to keep talking, because as soon as I stop talking, the stream numbers go down quickly. So I'm going to keep talking. But if you got questions, we'll roll through them for sure. And if I miss them while I'm driving, then I will get them the next time we stop. So, but I'm just trying to take my life kind of one phase at a time. I've gotten pretty close to mastering the $200 in income a day. This is not just from food delivery, this is from all channels. I'm making a concentrated push to move to $300 in income a day. So that's what I am pushing towards right now. I'm trying to figure out how to make that jump. Now today I've hit it, which is great. But it's not something that I feel confident that I can just go out tomorrow and hit it again. And there was like extenuating circumstances today. We had some really good super chats today. I had a $100 Facebook Marketplace sale. So I hit my daily goal, or even my future daily goal. However, it's not to the point where it's sustainable yet. So I keep trying to build out a more solid foundation for income streams, because that's what a big part of my debt problem right now is, just income. I have an income problem, and I've been sharing about that a little bit, and I'm working to keep building my income streams because it's really important. And I think for most of us, there might be a few of you who are pretty satisfied with where your income is on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, however you want to measure it. But I think most of us are probably feeling like, yeah, we definitely could use a little bit more. And there are talks that Trump and Elon are talking about issuing like a refund check. I've heard the number $5,000 per taxpayer bandied about, but just sit back and hope that that's coming through, because even if it does, you're gonna blow straight through it. Kaylee, you were on earlier, I think, and I saw your comment, but I don't know if you had ever responded to it, so hope you are doing well tonight. We had someone on earlier, Stormy was on from Corinth in Mississippi, northern Mississippi. So we had another southern girl hanging out and chilling in here. So we're rocking and rolling. We're in the middle of a pizza delivery right now. Yeah, Stormy. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, Stormy came by. So she hung out for a while with us. Did some super chats. Super awesome. Super fun. Asked a lot of great questions. So there you go. Connections. People know people, and it makes it really awesome. Hey, however it works out, right? Sometimes we find friends in weird ways. So we got about 4 miles to go. Yeah, she was super generous, super awesome. So it was super cool. And she asked a lot of good questions, about food delivery stuff and everything. Maybe it's some stuff she already knows too. I don't know. But she got the chat rocking and rolling. So it was a lot of fun. So we got this New York pizza and pasta order. This is a total. She's just at like, I don't know how to describe it. I would say it was like beginner level questions for like a new DoorDash or UberEats type of driver. I don't know if you can scroll far enough back up in the chat to see them all, but she asked a ton, and I think we answered all of them. But I don't know. She types fast. It was hard to keep up with everything while delivering and driving, but I think we answered most of her questions. So yeah, we got this. This is $24 for 13 miles, but we only have like 4 miles left. Not even 6, I guess 5 miles left. But, oh, it's 4 miles till our turn. That's what it was. anyway, it's going to bring us downtown, slightly overshoot downtown actually. Go to one of our multi-million dollar houses. Yeah, so she was saying that she was interested in it possibly. So I don't know, it's good. I'm gonna, like, she asked, like, it was basically like every question that like a beginner driver would want to know. I'm like, I just need to turn it into a video. Like, it was kind of like it felt like I was just kind of answering all those questions like a mini masterclass of getting started on DoorDash or UberEats. So it was a lot of fun. And Plain Sharks, I know, chimed in with some answers. Audrey, I think you chimed in with a couple of answers too. So it was good. Good time. So we're on our way towards downtown. Gonna drop off this pizza. The second part of our double here. I had a Grubhub that was 10 for 4. I ditched it for this 24 for 13 because this was a better drop off. And it worked out really well that the order was ready anyway. It's gonna take us to downtown. It's gonna knock out the next hour here for us. I think we're going to be at our $75 goal actually after this drop off, if I'm mathing everything correct in my head. Because I think we had an 11 on Uber. Hold on, did that already come through as a full tip? Was there a hidden tip? Did we get a hidden tip? Oh no, that's from earlier today. We're still waiting. We're still waiting on that tip. We're not going to see that for another half an hour. But I think it was like basically an $11 order. Yeah, and then we had a 9. So that's 20. Then we had a $27. That's 47. Then we had a $5 cash tips. That's 52. And then this is like 24. Yeah, so we're like 75, 76. Yeah, I don't know if I buy into the long-term viability of DoorDash as a company to invest in. I haven't looked at all their metrics, but it feels to me that DoorDash's only way to really get to max profitability is to go driverless, right? I didn't take too long answering that question because I don't really know too much about it. That's not where I would put my money, into DoorDash stock. But I feel like the problem with food delivery is you're always going to have that last handoff is going to be tough because you're not going to get people who want to get out of their house to go open a car door until they have like integrated robots that are like dropping off the food and stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like their path to profitability here. Now, if they expanded the DashMart concept and actually made DashMart into a physical store that people could shop in or deliver from, then I like that concept, kind of this hybrid. If they could do a thing that Amazon hasn't done yet, which is, I mean, Amazon's done a little bit, but have both stores, physical stores and delivery. I don't know. But I haven't really looked at their financials to know. I just feel like there's a lot. They're a company that needs the automation of driverless cars, but I don't even know. I feel that's so much further away than driverless taxis because the person is the delivery item. So the person gets in and out of the car, but the food getting in and out of the car, you imagine someone has to reach in to get their food and the door closed behind them, the car just starts driving away with the person in them. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think 10 years from now, so we're 2025, do you think in 2035 DoorDash is still a thing? And I don't mean just DoorDash as a company. I mean this whole idea of, I think food delivery will always be a thing. But human delivery, do you think it'll be still a thing? Will it be profitable? I don't know. All right, we got to go a couple more miles here. We're almost to downtown. We have to shoot past downtown just a little bit. There's an art fair this weekend. So, excuse me, downtown's going to be busy. Downtown is going to be busy this weekend. Do you think DoorDash will be around? Okay. Do you think DoorDash, what's the mechanism that DoorDash could go driverless? Do you think, and here's the other question is, do you think driverless cars are going to be outlawed in certain states? Because I wonder that. Like, some states will be fine with them, but I wonder, like a state like Florida, if they would get to a point where they would say, look, due to the fact, I don't know. Yeah, and in certain areas it makes sense, and obviously there's some people who will never, I don't know. There's probably a situation if I got stuck that I would use a driverless car, but yeah, but I mean, if you were in at the IPO on DoorDash, then you might be fine for a really long time. Like, I'm saying, like, would I buy into it today? Like, not, I don't know what their business plan is going forward. That's the part that I think where Uber has a leg up on DoorDash. DoorDash has the market. That's the good thing. But where Uber has the leg up and Lyft has the leg up is having driverless vehicles is just natural to rideshare. More natural than for food delivery. I agree. I think that you could get to some sort of, I could see DoorDash actually going to building their own fleet out and having like heaters and coolers built into like a van sort of thing. Get fresher and, you know, hotter and colder deliveries. You could still be essentially driverless, but still have a driver who does the actual last step. I mean, but I don't know. It depends on, like, I think it's really weird for me still to think about driverless cars like dominating the roads in 10 years. But I know some people think that's going to happen. It just feels a little, what's the word? Sci-fi-ish, but that's not really the word. Anyway, feels weird to think that that would be dystopic. That's the word I was looking for, dystopic. Like a little dystopia, like you gotta have your, everybody has to have a driverless car. Yeah, the time frame for sure. And there's always going to be room for a competitor to say, hey, we have the human touch. We don't use robots. We use humans. So there will always be I think there's in pretty much, I mean, there's a few industries where it won't, like maybe like coding or stuff like that, where it can be done all automated. But anything that involves customer service, there's always going to be a countercultural opportunity for someone to provide a human touch when everyone else goes automation. Now the customer will probably have to pay more for that, but I just don't think that's coming to an end anytime soon. There's just, people want that human touch. People want to know that they're personally cared for. I mean, it does make sense, though, why so many restaurants use it, because, like, the busiest restaurants, there is just, they have so many deliveries. You couldn't even have, it would take more than one driver. It would take more than one driver to get all the orders delivered. You couldn't even just hire a single driver, because by the time they got back. So I mean, it does kind of make sense. Yeah, I think I saw that video too. Yeah, it kept running in circles, Audrey. I mean, we're always going to hear about the extreme examples. Then eventually you're going to hear about car crashes involving driverless cars. I mean, you already have. And you're going to deal with people who have died in car crashes caused or inside of driverless cars. It's an unpioneered thing. That's why I wonder if not every state, but will certain states just outlaw it? I could see that happening, honestly. You know, and are we going to get, are we already there, or are we going to get to driverless big rigs? You know, are you going to have huge semi-tractor trailers on the highway going 70 miles an hour with no driver inside? I don't know. Are you going to get, you know, there's been a lot of plane stuff in the news, but are you going to walk into a pilotless airplane someday? Like, how automated are we going to go? And I guess there's kind of a moral and ethical dilemma for society to figure out too. Like, we as humanity, how much do we want to, you know, it's one thing to have a robot that mops your floor when you're sleeping at night. It's another thing to have a robot making the decisions as to what to do with a plane if it has engine failure. I don't know if there's easy answers for some of these things. But I do think that there's always, but the human touch also comes with human error. Like, it's not an either or, it's a both and. You get both human touch and human error, or you get automated. Wow, your lights are super bright. All right, we're just about to the drop off here. I gotta just figure out which one we're looking for. Maybe it's this one. Let's check the mailbox. Mailbox confirmed. And the house next door is not built. It's just an empty lot, so it's got to be that. Right, exactly. And I think for the foreseeable future, there's going to be new gig apps popping up, because as technology allows, it's going to actually give us new jobs that we never even thought about. You know, even 10 years ago, nobody was thinking or talking AI. All right, that's checked off. I should clarify, there were probably some people in the technology world that knew about AI 10 years ago, but not your average person. I mean, even, 15 years ago for crypto, not even a thing. Now it's a thing. There's always new things, and there's always new opportunities, and some of them are going to flop miserably, and others of them are going to be, they're going to transform the world. So, all right, so we're going to head towards downtown. We're just over 2 hours into the stream. We are just around $75. We have hit the goal for tonight. We hit the super chat goal for tonight. We hit the earnings goal for tonight. I hit my earnings goal for the day. I think the next thing to work on, the next goal I'll set is, because I did get my $200 from all things today, but let's try to get $200 from just food and gig delivery today. So, because I did have a $100 Facebook Marketplace meetup that was in this total and different things. So we're gonna work in that direction here. Let's get him to bed and we can judge it in the morning. My son is feeling sick, so we've just been trying to make some decisions. He's got a baseball game tomorrow night that he really wants to play in. I don't know. I don't subscribe to if you miss school, you have to miss the game. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. All right. I am not. I'm barely gold because DoorDash keeps finding ways to make my deliveries late based off of restaurants being late. I want to see if I'm even still gold after that delivery. I am gold. Hanging on. Barely gold. My on-time rate is 91%. So, even though the only reason I'm ever late is because the restaurant is delayed in getting the order made. But they don't care. They're still going to punish your on-time rate. Lisa and I were talking about this last night. Oh yeah, I want to do a meetup, Kaylee, for sure. Yes, I've gotten to be a part of meetups for other like groups, and so I do want to do one. I think it'd be really fun to do a meetup and then pair it with like the ultimate delivery dash off or whatever. Just like have everybody go out and just absolutely like cover a town for an entire night. Figure out how to get a bunch of people on the same stream together. So, yeah, that's in the hopes and dreams. For sure. All right, so we're headed back towards downtown. Maybe we'll go hang out at Magic Dumpster for a few minutes if we can get there. But no, Lisa and I were talking about it last night with the on-time ratings, and it certainly appears that as soon as you get close to like a new level, they start punishing you and they just start giving random late deliveries. And one of the things I've noticed they do is as your on-time rate drops, they start to give you more time to deliver items. And then as your on-time rate, as it gets higher up, then they start making you deliver faster and faster, so you can't keep on-time rate high. Theoretically, if you had a perfect on-time, perfect customer rating, and a perfect completion rating, you could be a platinum driver, theoretically. However, and that would be with a 0% acceptance rate. I just don't think DoorDash wants you to be able to do that. Even though they create the rating system, I think this whole on-time thing is just their way of ensuring that nobody who has acceptance rates below 50% is not platinum. That's my best guess with it. Because by every metric I can tell, like, I should be a platinum dasher, but they just find random reasons. And then some of the deliveries where I think I'm late, I'm not actually late on. And then I'll like deliver an order when it's like completely on time and I still get it late. There's no transparency. They don't even tell you which orders you're late on specifically. You have to just keep track of your metric. So they're just playing games. That's all DoorDash knows how to do. They're trying to stay out of legal trouble, and they're trying to maximize earnings. And so they just play these games. DoorDash loves playing games. Alright, we're trying to get into the alley by Magic Dumpster back here. Is someone parked by Magic Dumpster? It looks like they are. Man, we used to park by Magic Dumpster all the time. Now people keep stealing it. Oh, it's like a window cleaning service or whatever. All right, Ryan, good evening. How are you doing? There is no simple place to park back here right now. We'll come back. We'll visit Magic Dumpster later. It's still early. We'll go maybe head over by Turco Taco or something like that, or cheese. We've been doing well at Cheesecake Factory. Maybe we'll head over to Cheesecake Factory. Whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I have no idea. I mean, we were really good up till now. So the first 2 hours, like, we've been super busy. We got $75 in 2 hours, like $37.50 an hour. Maybe a little bit less because it was slightly more than 2 hours. But so the goal is hit. Next goal is figure out what we need to do to get to. Yeah, we're at, so DoorDash for tonight is at $59.99. UberEats is at 11, so that's 61 plus, or sorry, 71 plus a $5 cash tip, so 76. Cane's Chicken. So I had it one time and I was less than impressed, but it was one time. So it's been a while. I'd be willing to try it again. I thought their sauces, everyone was like raving about their sauces, and I was like, I don't think they're that good. But it could, like, I hate judging a restaurant by one visit, because you don't know if it was just like, you know, a bunch of teenagers just messing stuff up or whatever. Oh, go turn red so I can honk at people. I want to honk at people blocking the intersection. Ah, it stayed green. Too bad. I think the toast was good. Yeah, I think I remember the toast was... I think the biggest thing I remember about Cane's was the chicken was fine, but the sauces were, like, not enjoyable. I think that's what I remember. Especially the Cane's sauce. I don't know what that is. Like, it doesn't taste good. I'm not excited about eating more of it. But like I said, we're talking years here. Probably 6-7 years since I tried it the first time. So if it's chicken, battered and fried, I'll always give it another chance. It's pretty slow downtown. We didn't see any orders at all. It says it's red along the strip, but it says it's busiest by Cheesecake Factory, so maybe we'll go there. Or we could go all the way back to the crust that we were earlier. Hopefully I don't have to drive that far to get it. Go check out Cheesecake Factory first. Bob the toast and ask for it to be crispy. All right, I'll have to remember that. I don't even know where the closest Cane's is to here. There's got to be one like Fort Myers or something. Butter on both sides. Okay. Hey, always more butter is always better. That's for sure. More butter is always better. Butter on both sides. Butter on both. Bob the toast. If I say it enough, maybe I'll remember it. Bob the toaster, can we spread it? Ah, okay. All right, we're gonna pull into Cheesecake Factory right here. It says it's busy over this way. I don't know if I believe them, but try to keep an eye on Instacart because we're across the street from a Publix as well. We've pulled a few catering orders out of Cheesecake and a couple of plus orders over the last week. I used to do really well at Cheesecake Factory when it was the old catering program, but so many drivers hang out by here now. It's just hard to consistently get good orders here, and we lost one or two other restaurants that were over here that were good too. So we used to have Aurelio's Pizza in this plaza. So I had more options. There's still Uncle Julio's, which is like high-end Mexican. But there's really only 2 restaurants I can pull from sitting in this parking lot. I guess there's 3 now. There's one new one. But, all right, well, this is our first actual like stoppage of work for the night. Stretch out the back real quick. Oh, hold on. Don't show my stomach. Don't show my stomach. Oh. Check out. See if there's anything I need to do. So. I suppose we should, because it's so slow. What do you guys think? Drop off is fine, $8.50 for 3.7 miles. I'm gonna hold off. It's a little early to take that order. I know, that's probably a bad decision. I still feel like there should be $10 orders out here. I mean, we just did one, like, in the last 10 minutes, so. All right, so we're just kind of waiting for an order here at this point. I'm not going to sit too long at Cheesecake Factory. We might, maybe we'll just try moving. Sitting has not been working well the last couple of days either. I know they say like pick a place and sit at it, but it just hasn't been working that well. We are on the path to 1,750 subs. So if you're watching, you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it so much if you would. 4 away from that goal. Oh yeah, let me check on what I've actually made overall today. Let me do that. I wanted to see if $200 in food delivery is possible today. So we did a Zifty for $23.62. We did a deliver that. By the way, I have a deliver that for tomorrow morning. I have a breakfast one. So. And then I had a deliver that for 30. Plus we have a $5 cash tip. Oh, our final tip should be through on Uber here. Let's see. So we had a crust pizza that we took earlier tonight for $11. You can see it came through as $14.68. You got over the 3,000 watch hours. Congrats, Kaylee. Congrats. That's a big milestone. So we had like almost a $3 hidden tip on that, $3.50 hidden tip. So we're all caught up. So our Uber total for the day is $25.73. I don't think I did any Instacart today. Current DoorDash is $59.99. And then DoorDash from earlier today is what? 32. Make sure that's from, I think it is, yeah. 32.75. Oh, there we go. I'm glad we passed on that one because then we wouldn't have seen this. $6 plus for 2 miles. And I just got the tally. We're at 177.09 before we accepted that order. So we only need $23 to hit 200 for gig delivery for the day. It is only a salad. This is not a big, this is probably a $7 order. It's probably just $2 base pay plus a $5 tip, but that's okay. It still keeps us closer to where we want to be. Yeah, that's awesome. Was that mostly through live streams, Kaylee? I've got a buddy who's been doing YouTube while he's been playing the slots in Vegas, or video poker in Vegas. His channel's like blown up in like 3 months. Like, it's crazy. He gets like 200, 300 people per live stream. He's been doing it for 3 months. All right, we're gonna go find, hopefully this salad is ready. It's just a salad. If it's just a salad, you usually don't have to wait that long, so. Yeah, no, I mean, live streams are definitely the fastest way to grow stuff, at least that I've seen. Unless you figure out, like, and you know how to make the viral videos, and the best part is if you're doing it while you're already doing something that you have to do or would do anyway, then it works out really well. All right, well, I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a $7 order for 2 miles, but that's okay. We are looking for $22.91 total. That's to hit the goal. That's to hit the food delivery goal for the day, which is 200. I've just decided to set like a nice, like some days, obviously if I go over it, that's great, but kind of forcing myself to aim. There's some days it just doesn't happen because I've got other commitments, but even on those days, I still try to push myself to get out and do as much, but try to make $200 in food and gig delivery a day as the baseline, pay the bills, and then try to start stacking the other income on top of that. Yeah, you know, like does anyone know what the status of TikTok is right now? Because I don't know what's going on with that. I probably need to start expanding to other channels of stuff, but I need to get healthy too, so I'm thinking about incorporating something. When I do the New York Mets streams, I'm going to incorporate some form of like exercise into that stream. Like every time the Mets hit a home run, do like 10 push-ups or something like that. Or every time the Mets score, do 10 sit-ups or crunches, or basically incorporate something that I need to start adding into my schedule within the stream itself too. All right, we're gonna stack. We just took a 13 for 6. We're gonna drop this DoorDash off first. And hopefully we'll get back to the DoorDash before it times out. It's a $13 for 6 mile. Got it. Yeah, I don't know what the status is on that. I mean, I have 2 or 3 other channel ideas in my head too, but it's like, my goal is I don't want to start, at least I don't want to seriously start a 3rd channel until the 2nd one is monetized. But the way I've kind of figured it is, I've got like 4 or 5 things that I spend 90% of my time thinking about and talking about. And so eventually I just want to have those 4 or 5 things, each one of those be its own channel. And I'd probably be happy talking about those 4 or 5 things for the rest of my life. So 1, like teaching and helping people get unstuck from life. 1, sports. 1, Bible, following Jesus. 1, conspiracy theories. I mean, maybe just those 4. If I could get to the point where I could just run 4 channels and just jump, because that's like where my brain jumps, is to those topics 90% of the time, I'd be like totally happy doing those 4 things for the rest of my life. But I do think I got to be smart here. I know obviously the Metropolitans channel is going to grow slower because I could be doing food delivery and talking baseball over on that channel too, but I'm I'm trying to balance both and get everything figured out as to what is best. And of course, the other thing is being monetized on Metropolitans is a dream. Being monetized on a side of hustle is a reality. And I need to, anything that I learn from this channel is only going to help in the pursuit of growing the other channel anyway. So. Yeah, then there's like a temporary TikTok agreement, I think, if I remember hearing right. Like there's a temporary for like 2 months or something like that. All right, we're less than a mile away from this drop-off. This is a single salad from Cheesecake Factory. $6 plus, I'm guessing it's just a $7 order. And then if it doesn't time out on us, we have a $13 for 6 mile pickup from Twin Peaks, which is right over by the mall again. That's that other new restaurant that I was telling you about. Cheesecake Factory, Uncle Julio's, and Twin Peaks, those three. So the orders have been coming in a little bit more steady through Twin Peaks, and so it might make staying and sitting at Cheesecake Factory slightly more profitable. All right, so we're gonna drop this Cheesecake Factory order off. We're gonna leave DoorDash on though, because I don't love the drop-off location of the next one. I like that I have an order lined up, but if we can get something better that keeps us in town, we already ditched a Grubhub earlier tonight. I'll ditch an UberEats. My cancellation rate on UberEats is at like 9%, so they're like, you're not gold because your cancellation rate is too high. Yeah, well, my cancellation rate is high because a lot of times I accept an order and then DoorDash sends me something better, so deal with it. Deal with it. The other thing with Twin Peaks is they're very slow. It's almost always a 10-minute wait there, so I really don't feel bad if, you know, doing this drop off and then we double back to it. But like I said, if we get something better on Grubhub or DoorDash, I'll just take it and cancel that order. Yeah, I don't understand the draw to that, but I guess it's no different than people who watch people who video game and stuff. I just don't know what that thing is. The best thing I can think of is having people watch me talk about sports. But I feel like that's a possibility that I could really kind of build a large crowd off of that. Let's figure out which one we're looking for. It says it's this one. Mailbox matches. All right. Does anybody think this is going to be anything other than $7? $2 base pay and a $5 tip. It was like $6 or $6.50 plus. If you want to go crazy, I guess it could be a $12 or something, but it's literally just a single salad. Guess not. It was $6.50. They did the $4.50 tip, not the $5 tip. Come on. So it was a $6 plus. We got $6.50. We're gonna add that to our total here. Plus 6.5. All right, that brings us to $183. If we're not timed out, we've got a $13 Uber. Either way, though, we're just looking for $17 more to hit the daily delivery goal of $200. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We're going to leave all the apps on, though, because if I get something that doesn't take me as far out of town as this one does, it's 13 for 6, but there's nothing by the 6, so it's basically 13 for 12. But now that we're almost 8 o'clock at night, I don't think I can be too picky. There's also a chance this order will time out before we get there, so. If it does, oh well, we'll just hang out by Cheesecake Factory again. Or if we get something better. Well, welcome to A Side of Hustle. My name is Craig, hanging out with you doing some food delivery tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with me here tonight. The goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life. We just dropped a brand new PDF. That is the pinned link. It is 10 ways to make an extra $200 plus a week using some of the very same apps, ideas, and strategies that I've used over the last 10 years. So if you're looking to increase your income to either help pay off debt or give you a little breathing room in your budget, or start funding some either self-growth project or some small business thing, I'd love to give you on it. Of course, we'll give you full support. Ask away all sorts of questions on any of the side hustles in the guide. It's only $5, the cheapest it'll ever be. And if you do purchase it, I would love to get your feedback so we can keep making it better for other people and just help people have a good idea as to what are some great side hustle options. Because I know there's just a lot of people who are financially stuck. The stats just came out that the U.S. has the highest amount of credit card debt that it has ever had. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the views for scratchers. And like I said, my buddy is he lives in Vegas. I mean, it's a great idea, right? You live in Vegas, monetize stuff. I mean, I'm 100%. The other thing I noticed, this is interesting. I guess this is the similar concept. So I did open a pack of cards, and opening cards on the sports channel, the long form video didn't get a ton of views, but the short of that did really well, did like over 1,000 views, and I don't have like a large baseball card audience. And so I wonder if that would be something that would do well, because I do like sports cards. And I have watched sports card streams, so I guess it's that. I guess it's everybody likes to watch a version of gambling that just fits with what they like. And opening packs of sports cards would be the quote-unquote gambling that I think a lot of people would like watching. So that might be a thing, because that's something where I could take both a hobby and a business and then monetize it, opening packs, and then listing and selling the cards and giving away bulk lots to I could see that being a business plan, right? Because I'm already trying to promo my eBay store on the baseball channel. That's the monetization. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not the first one to come up or do anything like that, but I could 100% see that. It's that same concept. It's the people like to some people like to cheer with you, and some people like to laugh at you when you lose. But if you can monetize that, that's all that really matters. But then I need to have the income to come in to be able to afford the packs of cards, because that's right. Like, it takes money to make money, but I guess that would be a thing that I could just start small, buy the cards, stream it, sell the cards, then go buy more cards. Like, that's kind of the goal, is just kind of keep turning over inventory that way. And I think it could build out the eBay channel, or the eBay store, could bring customers to the eBay store, which is great. It also provides content for this channel as I keep building out the eBay store and teaching people how to run their eBay store. Yeah, so maybe that's the thing. I know that's what my son wants to do. He wants to start, when he gets a little older, start a baseball card ripping channel. He could learn how to do it with me, I suppose. All right, well, we haven't gotten any other orders. We're going to find out if we are timed out of this UberEats here in just a minute. Yeah, and here's one thing that I think I have, because with every channel, you want to bring something unique. There's a lot of baseball card people who don't actually like baseball. They just like the thrill of the hunt. But they don't actually care about baseball itself. And I like baseball. Like, I genuinely like the sport, and the channel wouldn't be. So it's a great way to mix in It's just a great way to mix in some more sports content on a sports channel, and it would fill in gaps on any sort of days where there wasn't natural sports content. I think it could all go together. Like, I don't think I would have to be just a baseball card channel. Like, I don't think I would need to do that to survive. I think it could just be like, hey, I like baseball. I like baseball cards. All right, we're here. There's a line of people waiting. Oh, we're gonna add a add-on here though. I've never done an Olive Garden pickup. I got an Olive Garden pickup, guys. Plus $9 for plus 1 mile. All right, so now we're on a $22 order. So that will push us over the $200 for the day. All right, I'm gonna leave this rolling. We're gonna throw BRB up. I'm gonna be streaming with you guys to 9 o'clock, even though I will have hit my goal by the end of this. We'll stream till 9. Generally, there's a wait here, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna go to Olive Garden. I've never done an Olive Garden pickup. all of the in-restaurant orders before yours and have no idea how long until it's going to be ready. Period. She said probably another 20 minutes at least. Not sure if you want to cancel or not. So I just was talking to them, waiting in this restaurant. They said, we're prioritizing all of the in-house orders over the delivery orders. What horrible customer service. This is why I always have to wait here. So I let the customer know I'm not going to wait any longer, but and then after your order, I have another one I have to pick up before I can even get to you, so I would guess it would probably be another hour, 45 minutes to another hour before you would get your food. I'm just being real with you, sorry about it. If you're a restaurant and you're accepting orders through mobile apps, you got to prioritize getting those out as quick as possible. I'm just seeing what they want to do. And remember, we didn't even go straight to the restaurant. I've already spent like 40 minutes. 40 minutes on this order, and they said that it's, I'm going to get in touch with DoorDash here. I was very excited. Yeah, so they stacked me with another one. So I have an Olive Garden that's like $9 for an additional mile, but not if I don't get the first one. I've just never, I can't believe it. She canceled her order. And now I got to cancel the other one because the other one's not worth driving the 7 miles for $9 away from where I want to go. All right. Anyway, that first order got canceled. I'm gonna call UberEats and we're gonna try to get some money out of it. So I've got no orders currently. So that's kind of unfortunate because that was going to put us over 200, but I'm not going to lie to customers here. Like, I turned down another order from the same restaurant from Grubhub while I was here because I was like, but now that I know that they prioritize in-house orders, like, and they literally just keep dropping her order below and below, just to stay caught up, like, then don't be on Uber Eats and DoorDash if you can't do both. All right. I'm moving, so I'm not just sitting here anymore. We're gonna head over back by Cheesecake Factory for a couple minutes, but all right, so we're gonna go hang out over by Cheesecake Factory for a couple more minutes. Man, we had a really good night going, but I got stuck and I probably should have canceled earlier, but I really hate canceling orders when I'm sitting at the restaurant because it's like, it's probably that sunken time fallacy or whatever, sunken cost fallacy. I should have done that, but I left, well, after a while I turned DoorDash back on, didn't get any good orders anyway. So I've had difficulties with that restaurant, but that's the worst experience I've had. But there's never been an easy, and it's always been a wait of like at least 10 minutes, and that one would have been 45-minute wait at least. So they're about to go on my never again list. All right, so we're gonna try. I tried calling UberEats, but I accidentally hung up, so we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna hang in the Cheesecake Factory parking lot while we. I'm doing well. So I just waited at a restaurant for like 40 minutes and then the customer canceled the order. Yeah. It was the Twin Peaks order. Yes. Well, I just want to see it show up first. Sorry, let me just refresh the app really quick. Okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah. So, and I know that's all that you're authorized to do. I'm just wondering if I could please speak to a supervisor and see if I know the $3 is what the system allows, and generally you don't do more, but just talk to a supervisor, see if I could get a special one-time bump in pay because the wait was for 45 minutes for a $13 order. Okay, thank you. So I ended up canceling both because the Olive Garden only made sense as an add-on if I was going to the first location. Otherwise, it would have been like $9 for 8 miles going the wrong way. So I'm on hold with Uber support. I got $3 base compensation, and now I'm going to try to get more because that was an absolute waste of my time. But I just ended up canceling the Olive Garden because it was $9 for an additional mile, but that was assuming I was going to be already driving the 6 miles. If I didn't, then it would be $9 for 7 miles or whatever it was. So, yeah. So I end up I told the one customer you might want to cancel because it's probably going to be an hour to see your order. She did, and then I canceled the Olive Garden. So I've still never been to Olive Garden for a pickup. I flipped over to Dashing Trader for a little bit. I was like, I got nothing better to do. So like while I was waiting. He's a good entertainer. He knows how to keep a crowd invested. He's the stream right below mine. So kudos to him for really understanding what he's all about. So definitely I was trying to pick up some tips. The video game bully? No, I don't know that. Don't know the video game bully. I don't know much about any sort of modern video game stuff. All right, well, it's 8:30. I'm going to start moving in the direction home. We're still going to stream till 9 because we hit the super chat goal. So we got $3 compensation. That brings us up to $186. The total order was like 13 plus 9. They're not going to compensate me I doubt they will compensate me for the Olive Garden. If I'm successful with getting compensated for the first order, I'll ask for the second order too. But if I'm not successful with the first one, I'm not going to ask for the second one. But that's all right. Yeah, can you hear me? Sorry. Yeah, can you hear me? Sorry. All right, thank you. All right, how are you doing? Yeah, so I ended up waiting about 40 minutes for that order to serve the customer, not able to take other orders. So I'm just wondering if you're able to do a special one-time boost in pay. All right, thank you. All right, we're back on hold again. Now we're with the supervisor. So we got $3 compensation. That's all the first employee could authorize. And now we're talking with the supervisor, and they're going to see what the system can authorize. I'm going to guess it's going to be like 5 or 10. But sometimes you get surprised with something really good because they can see the time I waited. It's also relative to the size of the order too. So it was like a $13 order. They already compensated 3. They don't always give full compensation. So yeah, it could easily just be $5, but at least that's $8 would be a whole lot better than $0. So we're going to see how that goes. And then if we get compensation, I'm going to ask about the Olive Garden. Because I wasn't going to just go do just the Olive Garden. Do an extra 7 or 8 miles for $9. It worked as an add-on when I was only adding 1 mile, but as its own order, it didn't work. Unfortunately. That would have been a really nice, because there could have been hidden tips on either or both of those orders, but alas, we got to do what we got to do. We're just kind of hunting for any other orders. I think we're going to head in the direction of Miller's Ale House. There is a big hockey game going on tonight. A lot of people are into, so maybe there's a little extra bar food being ordered than normal. Gonna pass by Carrabba's and Outback and Papa John's and Five Guys on our way as well. We got DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub all on. I appreciate everybody hanging out and being patient, especially when you get, I mean, there's just nothing you can do when there's like, I know I shouldn't have waited as long as I did. Yes. Thank you so much. All right, let me just check. Okay, I see that. And then I have one more question, which this one I understand it might not be eligible, but I had taken another order to go along with that order for Olive Garden. And I ended up canceling that just because I had waited so long at the first restaurant as well. I don't know if that would qualify, but I'm just wondering if you could check to see if there's any possibility to do a small compensation for the Olive Garden order. Yes. No, because it was just I released it because that customer had already been waiting 40 minutes, and I in good conscience I couldn't keep holding on to an order for another customer while I was still waiting for the first one. So just since I have you online, I just was wondering if you could check, see if the system would allow. I think that was like a $10, $9 order or something like that. Okay. That would be great. I would appreciate it because it just, yeah, I mean, basically it turned into an hour where I wasn't able to make any money, so I appreciate that. All right, let me just refresh that really quick. All right, yeah, I see it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. No, we are all good. I appreciate it. All right, thank you. Bye. All right, so we finally got to a supervisor. So I'm going to give you the breakdown here of what we got. Now, obviously it was not as good as it could have been. It would have been $22 for 7 miles plus a chance for hidden tips. So here's what we got. The first rep gave us $3 compensation since the customer canceled. You don't always get that $3 up front. And then the supervisor gave an additional $10 for the wait. That was for the Twin Peaks order. And then I asked about the Olive Garden order, which I ended up canceling because I had already waited, a half an hour for that one, and I just wasn't going to drive those miles. They gave me $5. So we got $18 compensation altogether. And that puts us over $200 for the day for food and gig delivery. So it was obviously not an ideal situation, but if you kind of think of it like, okay, we got $18 for no miles or 1 mile, whatever, driving to the restaurant, then it's not so bad. And I mean, it probably took us about 45, 50 minutes, but yeah, so $18 total is what we got. And then that put us at $201 for food and gig delivery for the day. So I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, all things considered, most drivers wouldn't even know to call to get the $3 compensation, let alone to get bonus compensation beyond that. And I mean, I got compensation for an order that I canceled, not just for the one that the customer canceled. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with how that worked out. So it's always good. Look, the worst they're going to do is say no, and it's not like I was doing anything else. I'm just like waiting for an order to come through. We're going to go hang out by Miller's Ale House and just go see if there's anything left. So, yeah, it's the power of the phone call. The phone call to Uber can, usually you're not going to be mind blown with what you get, but it's better than the nothing that you were going to get. Yes, I agree. And it just goes to show you that you could probably call a lot and get lots of little compensations. I try not to call too much. I try to save it for situations like this where my whole night was kind of blown up by a bad order. And so in the end, it works out good. And that drop-off was going to be far away from home. So now we get to be close to home. We're going to go hang out at Miller's Ale House for the next 15 to 18 minutes. See if there's any good orders left. Maybe I'll even turn on shipped just to see. Because we'll be kind of close to Target. Sure, why not? Sure, ship for the next hour. 20 minutes, whatever it is, schedule. We'll just take 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. Well, we'll just take them all. But is there any? There is one order. It's $10 for 7 items. That's unshipped. Nothing. Super crazy. Oh, and it's shopping for like weird stuff. It's not just like groceries. I try to only do groceries at Target or like really big items. So, all right. So we're good with that. We're going to see if there's any orders left. We're going to hang out with you guys till 9 o'clock. And so we've had a really good night. We hit our super chat goal. We hit our evening shift goal. We hit our daily delivery goal. We hit our overall goal for the day. From $200 a day to $300 a day in total. So that's what I'm trying to build. And so if you need help in that journey, you can make a purchase of the new guide that we made. 10 ways to make an extra $200 a week. That is the pinned comment if you're watching live, or the first link in the description if you're watching on replay. $5, and it's the cheapest it'll ever be as we work on improving it, making it better than what it was. Let me check this order out. There's an Instacart. I don't know, someone might grab this before I grab it. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible. It's like $16 for 5 miles. It's a $10 tip on it. It looks like it's all grocery. I wonder if we should just take it. Hold on, let me get parked. Let me see if there's any just gonna give a minute to see if there's any good DoorDash orders here. Or UberEats. Someone might have grabbed the Instacart, so we'll see. Yeah, someone grabbed that. It was pretty good. That's pretty good. If it wasn't so close to 9 o'clock, I don't even know if that Target's open until 9 or 10. Pretty good order, but we're gonna, with all my goals being hit, I'm pretty unmotivated to take anything that's not like great right now. So appreciate everybody hanging out. And we've been doing food delivery here for the last almost 4 hours straight. I actually don't know. Well, here's a Miller's Ale House. 6 for $6 though. That's not what we want. So we did 66, 43. That's 109 plus change brings 110 plus a $5 cash tip. So we've done $115 in the last 4 hours. Slightly short of $30 an hour, but just keeping up with this great. Suppers have been so good for the last like 10 days or so. Last almost 2 weeks, suppers have been good. Since last week, the daytime's been rough. It's been hard to grind out a lot during the day. But $16 for 10 miles, but that's like really far away. I don't want, that's 10 miles after back. Because I'm so close to home right now, I'm really looking for, if I'm going to travel far, it's got to be big money. Like, I'd want that to be like $30. I'm just not super motivated to drive super far when I'm already a mile from home. So I'm hoping for like a $10, $12 for 1 or 2 miles sort of thing. We're sitting at Miller's Ale House. Oh, good bar. Let me get some water. But I'm also like, yeah, I'm kind of near a Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Arby's, all sorts of stuff like that. All right. Plus, I'm getting hungry. So if you guys got any other questions or anything else you want to talk about, please let me know. We've got time here for the next few minutes. This is the Side of Hustle. The goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life. And tonight we're specifically talking about just fears that you're facing, things that are keeping you stuck from unlocking what you're trying to accomplish in life. So if there's stuff that you're kind of scared, specifically if you're scared to start on something because you're afraid that you're going to mess it up or it's not going to work, the general piece of advice that I would simply give to you is, well, that might be true. However, if you don't start, it's definitely not going to work. So if your options are probably won't work or definitely won't work, which one has a more chance of success? Well, the probably won't work. So you might as well at least give it a shot, find out if it's something that you like, find out if it's something you want to do, and then kind of go on from there. But I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are 4 away from 1,750 subscribers. So we've hit and done every single one of our goals that we were looking to do and accomplish today. So no complaints whatsoever. Had some great super chats tonight, some really great conversation. Go back to the beginning if you want to have a bunch of questions answered about getting started on doing like DoorDash, UberEats, doing like food, some basic food delivery stuff. We answered just a ton of questions. So had some really good conversations here tonight. We're going to give it about 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes is what we're looking at here. And if we don't get anything in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to start heading towards home. And then by the time we hit 9 o'clock, unless we get another order, I'll be home. And we'll end the stream. It's time to go home and eat. I think my family is having fajitas tonight. So that's pretty exciting. Looking forward to that. They've already eaten, and of course, they're in bed. But I have not had anything since lunch, so I'm hungry. What was your supper tonight? Let me know. And then we're going to be live on the other channel. I'll throw a link to that really quick. So that's the other channel, Metropolitans. And that's where we do sports talk. We're going to be talking New York Mets and Juan Soto gifting a car to Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty changed numbers and gave his uniform jersey number to Juan Soto because it was Juan Soto's number. Because that's what you do, and part of the deal was working out a car. And so that's kind of cool. So we're going to do some Mets talk. That'll probably be around 11 o'clock. Or maybe 10 o'clock, actually, since it's only going to be 9 by the time we're home. Yeah, maybe around 9 o'clock. We're in the middle of a red zone, but there's just nothing. Nothing coming through at the moment. So we'll sit here for another couple minutes, and then we're going to move. Yeah, our official food delivery tally for the whole day, not just the stream, but the whole day, $201.59. I will not be out tomorrow for supper. My son has a baseball game, so I won't be out tomorrow. But we should be out both Saturday night and Sunday night. So both of those nights we should be out. All right, we're just waiting. Nothing's really coming through. Refreshing all the apps. So slowed down a whole lot. So we ended up waiting way longer for an order than we should have waited. It was just situations. I always try to know, especially a good order. All right, so we're going to start heading in the general direction of home, but we're going to pass by some restaurants along the way. Let's see what's DoorDash sending us. Alcohol order, $8 for 2 miles. I don't do alcohol orders for less than 15, so we're going to pass on that. If you're doing alcohol orders, the main reason that you sign up for alcohol orders is for those $40, $50, $60 orders. Sure, you'll take some of the 15, 20, 25s, but you're basically in it for the big orders. That's the ultimate goal. All right, so we're gonna just kind of start zigzagging our way home. It is 8:55. We started streaming around 5 o'clock. It was gonna be a 3-hour stream, but we had our 5 super chats of $5 plus that unlocked an extra hour. So thank you once again for your generosity. Hold on, I want to get the name because she was new to our chat. Stormy Wilbanks. So thank you, Stormy, for supporting this channel. And even though I don't think she's on anymore, but she was on for a good long while and basically supported this channel enough to give an extra hour. And so super appreciative of that, as well as all subscribers, all channel members, all of that. So appreciate you all so much. I will be back with you guys on Saturday evening at this point in time. That's the plan. Saturday evening is the next plan to go live on this channel, though you never know. Other things come up. There is some new content, some new shorts on the channel, some new long form stuff. So we're going to keep building out the channel, try to build lots of good content for you guys. Like I said, we've got the brand new PDF, $5 to get access to 10 ways to earn an extra $200 plus a week. So you can buy that. That's the cheapest it'll ever be because it's just going to keep growing and expanding, getting better. But if you do download it, let me know, give me some feedback. I want to keep making this better, improve it for other people as well. We'll be live over on the other channel, Metropolitans. Probably aim for about 10 o'clock tonight. So in about an hour, we'll be live over on Metropolitans. I don't even need to do a wardrobe change because I already got my Mets sweatshirt on. I'll either use that or the Mets jersey, one or the other. So if you got anything else, you got like 2 minutes. We're kind of pulling into home right now. Gonna get everything turned off here in just a minute. Thanks to the reimbursements from Uber, we just got over the $200 daily goal for food and gig delivery work. We did $100 in Facebook Marketplace sales today. Plus, we did another $100 in super chats. Again, thank you, Stormy, for supporting the channel. So we're going to keep pushing forward, keep trying to build out these income streams. We're going to work hard. We're going to work our tail off. Some days it's going to be my goal, my personal goal is try to get to $300 a day in personal income, not just from food and gig delivery. That's through a variety of ways. So we're going to just keep working and pushing as we go through all of that. So, all right. Well, I'm going to hang with you guys. I'm going to be true to my word all the way through to 9 o'clock. Got like a minute and a half left. Tired, hungry, all those things. All right. I'm not seeing any other chat. I want to talk, so if you guys got anything else to say, now's the time. I'll refresh chat one last time. Everything looks like it's there. We're at 1746. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you can help us on our way to 1,750 subscribers. So we got that. It's 8:59. As soon as that hits the 9 o'clocker, we're going to clock out ourselves. Maybe clean up the car here really quick. Throw the pizza bag in the back. We'll fix that in the morning. Throw that down here. I think that's it. We're just watching the clock. Watching the clock because I got nothing else to say. It says this is like 8 seconds left till 9 o'clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, everybody. We're going to be done for the night. We've hit our goals. Thank you for the super chat, Stormy. Thank you for my channel members. Thank you, channel subscribers. Thank you to the mods. It was a pretty easy job. Not too much modding to mod tonight. Appreciate all of that. If you want to get that PDF, that is the pinned comment, and it's also the first in the description, first link in the description. 10 ways to make an extra $200 a week if you're looking to get going on side hustles. And then you can always feel free to email me at asideofhustlechannel@gmail.com. Thank you all for hanging out, and have a great night.